Good morning. I knew it as soon as the countdown stopped that I left the fucking picture up. God damn it. There's too many pictures up here. There's too many pictures. I'm going to have to clean out over here. I mean, I got this picture. Why is everything so slow today? I got this picture. Oh, Jesus. I got that picture. I got that picture. I got that picture. We don't want that. I could probably get rid of Sam Hartman. Yeah, let me delete that. Delete. Okay. I don't really know why I still have this picture up. It's just a great picture. It's Sung J M face cut out on Vladimir Putin riding a bear. I don't know if he's actually riding a bear. Is he actually riding a bear? That's got to be AI. They came out before AI, though. What's up? Good morning, early DJ. And yes, I have a corp afternoon, and we have no time to waste. We have a lot to talk about. If you saw my tweet, we are going to be doing a Spaces today at 6 p.m. We're going to be doing a fantasy, or not a fantasy, a season-long prop entry. I'm a big fan of these. I know it's Trent's goat whale. I don't feel like I'm swagger jacking anything as long as you don't use the term goat whale. What I called it was, what did I call it last year? The Fortnite fuckers. I think I called it the Fortnite fucks. I have to think of a better nickname than that. That's not that great of a nickname. Steak and Greg are going to be involved. You never know with Greg. He might show up. Steak is going to be in there. Steak doesn't fuck around. Wow, we got a nice packed house here at 10 a.m. You guys aren't fucking around. 41 in here in Twitch. 41. Is it just you like starting this early, or is it college football? It might be football. Jake MLB with a sub bank college football. Yeah, also can be pouring out for the Pac-12. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. You know, everybody as soon as it was getting good, they rip it from us. They tear it apart. People in suits rarely make good decisions. We back. What's up, Danny Bonaducci? Nutbuster, good to see you. SMU Mustangs. Why is everybody getting cute with SMU? I don't understand it. I feel like I hear a lot of SMU love. We're going to talk about that. DGen big timing us with a 5-minute intro. Bree Love. I don't know if there's ever an intro that isn't 5 minutes. That's got to be the standard time for an intro. 11-1 to win the ACC, 10-1 to make the playoffs. That's the dumbest fucking bet I've ever heard in my life. Why are we doing that? No. Squad pod coming in? Maybe. SMU is terrible. Don't even start. I don't understand where that's coming from. Why? Are you doing that just because you're a Dallas guy? Are you already being annoying? Are you already being annoying because it's a Dallas school? I met some kids at a bar from SMU. They're nice kids, but they were honest with me. They told me it was like a rich kid school, hella rich kid school. It is what it is. I mean, they were fine. You know, these young kids, I don't know, they couldn't even have been 20 years old. They were talking about box seats, going to Yankee Stadium, box seats to watch the Red Sox. Do you know how much money that is? Your parents have to have a fuck ton of money if you're just casually talking about like, yeah, I think I'm going to go to the Yankees Red Sox game with, the Legends Suite. All right, so it was like 10 grand. Your parents got big money, so I guess SMU is a hella rich kid school. Anyways, the Pony Express is all the way back, fellas. Longer intro than the Super Bowl. Absolutely not. Get out of here. The whole reason, by the way, for the intro to get people in here is because there's no sense in really getting started on anything if we're just going to have to go backwards for people that miss it. So it's actually a way for me to be polite and cordial for people to just hop on in. You know, you're still probably pouring your coffee, maybe putting your butter in there. Prime bets with a sub bag 5-monther. There we go. We got a nice little hype train in here. Nice and early. I can't believe 51 people in here on Twitch already. We got 144 eyeballs, people in Twitter. You guys like this early morning shit? Damn, I might have to start early as fuck. Someone clearly read Streaming for Dummies this weekend and is delaying this to increase numbers and pad his trust fund. You're overthinking it. I can't wait for the I can only use underdog. I'm invested. I don't think that's going to happen. What are you talking about? I can only use underdog. No. Oh, I see what you're saying, because I'm not going to bet on the players because I'm already invested on them. I did that a few times last year. Thank you very much. I did that a few times last year. I didn't really bet on Jordan Love much because I had his touchdowns. I don't think I bet on Calvin Ridley much because I had his yards. But now this is a way to, at least I like the parlay aspect of it. Listen, I'm not here condoning parlays by any means. They're sucker bets. But you could do a lower entry point. You know, the one shitty thing about doing the season long bets is you tie up so much capital, you know, and I'm going to have probably, I don't know, 20 to 30 units probably invested in off-season props. Not even just props, but season bets and whatnot, win totals, win the conference, win the division between college and NFL. I was looking at some awards on Bet Online. I found some good shit. I found some stuff that I like, some college player awards. So anyways, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk ACC. I've got my, I've got the Lindy's magazine, which I love. They're not paying me for this, by the way. Just so we're clear, nobody pays me. If you sign up on Underdog, use the code DGEN, you do get a 50% deposit match up to $500 deposit, so $250 bonus. And yes, I get a kickback for that. But if you don't want to do it, I don't give a shit. I'm not getting paid for it. See this? ACC. That's what we're starting with. ACC. This is the main page. This is the recruiting. And then as you go in, it starts with the Florida State Seminoles. They are the highest ranked ACC team. They are ranked 10th. They are ranked 10th. Oh, you've collected all the level 1 emotes. Love that. DGen Fam commercial coming soon. If I had a fucking production team, that would actually be a great idea. Fresh start to the week. What up, Unk in chat? Great start to the week. I had a very busy weekend corp-wise. Got some action finally moving. In case anybody's wondering, the market here, the real estate market has been relatively slow. Could be rates, could be election year, could be a multitude of things. People just on vacation too. You know, summer's busy in some aspects, but we have just started to pick up a little bit. Things are moving and grooving. We've got some offers coming in. So I am wheeling, I am dealing. I'm trying to actually make some money and income to pay the bills. Again, I don't do this professionally. If you're just tuning in, if you do it professionally, cheers. Dakuchi posted a tweet that I just saw, and I love Dakuchi. This is no insult. You are able to bet on the week 0 and week 1 lines for weeks now. And if you wanted to do that early, if you wanted to bet on something in June and July, more power to you. However, I do not judge anybody who wants to place a college football wager, a week 0 college football wager. If you want to place a bet on Florida State and who are they playing? Georgia Tech and fucking Ireland. If you want to do that a minute before kickoff, in my opinion, that is totally okay. It's very hard to cap teenagers transferring from other schools. You don't know how they're going to fit, new coaches, new systems, whatever, new quarterbacks, all new rosters. There's a lot of turnover in college football and you want to avoid injuries. That is A-okay with me. I know there's a lot of people who say you need to get in early, you need to beat the market, whatever. That's not really my thing. You should do it. You should get the best number. I'm just saying I'm not that better. All right. So if that's what you're after, you're in the wrong stream. Race team total over race first 5. No, we're going to slow down. I need to tally up my my season on baseball. I mean, for the most part, it's been pretty good. I had some okay reads. I really liked, I wanted to fade Mackenzie Gore, and I took the fucking Phillies first 5. That sucked. So let's see, last 30, golf included, still up 15 units. But yeah, another fucking loser in golf. But let's see, MLB so far. Let's see how we're doing. We are on the season. All right, last 30 MLB plus 20.83 units. Pretty fucking good. 61 and 42. All time now down 8.4 units. At one point that was minus 48. That was minus 48.2. So on a 40-ish unit run in baseball, I think I'm probably going to end on a high note personally, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Got to let go last week, boys. Hard layoffs at the gig. Currently unemployed. So y'all will see me quite a bit. Hate to hear that, Breed Love. But trust me, you ain't alone. Listen, I deal with a lot of people that are having to hold off on purchasing or doing something real estate related because shit's up in the air with their jobs. A lot of layoffs across the board. It's scary out there. And more so if you're a sports bettor, nothing's guaranteed. Bet responsibly. Always. You'll always hear that from me. Number one, first and foremost, bet responsibly. Here's bankrolling for dummies. If you make a lot of money, you can probably afford to bet a lot of money. If you don't make a lot of money, you probably shouldn't be betting a lot of money. All right, there you go. Okay, not gambling advice, whatever the fuck you're supposed to say. And then if you're a rich kid and your parents have a fuck ton of money and expenses aren't really a problem for you, go ahead and do whatever you want. All right. You live in a nice bubble, take advantage of it, have some fun. Good morning. What's up? Picks with Deej. Listen, I must say after, I'm a pretty good observer of people and I love Twitter. I'm always tapped in on Twitter and there's a lot of toxicity and douchebags, if you will, on Twitter. I like to give credit where credit's due and at least point a spotlight on somebody. Picks with Deej, I am a fan of, especially in the college football world. Don't really know anything else if you do or don't bet on other sports. But Deej, smart dude in college football. I don't even know if he's a winner or loser in the record. Doesn't matter to me. I personally don't give a shit. But I give credit to anybody who puts in the work and does some research and does some digging and puts themselves out there and puts plays out there. So W Picks with Deej. I think that you are fairly sharp in the college football realm. So good shit. Keep it up. Hope you have a great season. Underdog collab. Yeah. So we're officially, I guess, somewhat partnered with Underdog. I mean, I don't have like a logo or anything. Maybe I'll get one. We are, it's not anything. It's nothing big shot. It's nothing hot shot. You can see out there these companies, Action Network, Underdog, BetUS. I know there was Thrive Fantasy. I don't know what happened to them. I'm not just going to take anything that comes our way. I'm only going to go with stuff that I actually fully believe in and endorse. I did some digging in Underdog. They seem like a pretty reputable company. They have a fairly good reputation, and the feedback was good. I'm not a big daily fantasy guy. I don't know that I ever will be. But even my buddies who are degenerate sports bettors were texting me. Not even anybody like on Twitter that I don't really know, saying that the contests are cool, and I like the season long entry, and there's no Prize Picks in New York. So I figured, fuck it, let's do it. They seem like good people, enjoyed my conversation. So if you want to sign up and you want to do this, promo code DGen, you'll get a 50% deposit match. I have the link on Twitter. And if you want to shit on me or us for being corp, that's fine. You can do that too. I can tolerate it. Preston Stone gonna make a lot. I don't even know what you're saying. Football. What's up, Snide? Good to have you back in here. What's up, Ron Mux? Hello. College football or baseball board review today? College football to start. I'm literally going to spend the first hour of this stream. We are going to go through ACC. I want to point out everything, and we're going to do this all week. Okay, we're going to do this all week. That's right. Get in the Discord, go to the website, subscribe to the newsletter. You can do so for free. It's going to be out Friday morning. Steak and I, Greg's going to have the week off. Steak and I are handling college football. We're just more of a college football bettors anyway. Greg's not a big college football guy, which is fine. He's a spoiled little UF brat. Went there when they won the fucking college football championship and the college basketball championship. Spoiled bitch. Joakim Noah, fucking Tim Tebow. So he's really honestly never had to give a shit about college football. Cocaine's gone. I don't even know what you're talking about. Why do I keep highlighting Prime's comments? Georgia Tech is winning the Natty this year. Very funny. Very funny. SMU kids blow. Underdog going to double your trust fund? Yep. No. If you've been on campus SMU, you'd understand it. It's the nicest neighborhood in Dallas. A lot of kids come straight from there. Yep. And was always Hideki. Let's give a shout out to Hideki. Seems like a good dude. I like Hideki. I like rooting for Hideki. I did not go with Hideki. I went with losers like Corey Connors, Shane Lowry. Shane Lowry is not fucking winning anything. As much as I like the Irish lad, this guy ain't fucking winning anything. Shout out to BK, our resident golf guy, winning his 8th outright. You'll love to see that. You have to have 5+ Millhouse to attend SMU. Jesus. That was a quick intro. Yeah, exactly. That was under 5 minutes. I just want to Breed Love isn't in here every day, but we do run an intro for about 5 minutes. No, we like football. Butter in coffee. No, I tried that. What is that called? Bulletproof? I don't do butter in coffee. Longer than Nerfy Sweat, DJ. Very funny. It's insane how much better Underdog is than PP. Glad it's getting more love. Yeah, that was my apprehension at first when Underdog hit me up. I was like, why is it not a little bit more popular? But I was at least happy to hear that people who use the app did like it. My other thing that I was concerned about was the user interface. When I played with the app, I was like, is this shit gonna suck? Is it gonna be like BetMGM, which I can't stand? I like it. It's pretty smooth. It's pretty clean. So gets 2 thumbs up for me. Listen, I'm not a phony motherfucker. If I didn't like something, we're not partnering with it. It's not like they're signing me to a 6-figure fucking deal anyway. So I would have no problem turning it down. Yep. Pony up. Adam, I love you. Devin, who's Devin? Business is booming. You don't need to sell houses. You have the New York Mets over win. Don't fucking jinx that. They just lost a series to the Marlins and the A's. Asshole. A little off topic. People getting way too cute with GT. Fake shop dog. Yep, we'll talk that. Oh, D-Get. Adam, you tried twice. It's just DGen, DEGEN, but that's okay. I don't give a shit. It's not like it's a real thing. DGen, how'd your fantasy draft go? I just had mine last night. Well, I tweeted my team and nobody liked it. Nobody liked it. W. Coochie, all love. By the way, Coochie does a fantastic newsletter. Cooch, I don't really know if you promote it, but I get your newsletter. Your writing is fantastic. I love reading it. So good shit. Keep it up. Ray Sweep was free. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Shout out BK. Yep. I'm doing a fuck ton of work because somebody got laid off. Oh, that sucks. 100K a year to nothing sucks ass. Kids don't ever live outside your means just because you're making good cheddar. It's always in the air. Yes. Absolutely. Go give the kid a follow. Shout out Weege. Yep. Follow Picks with Deej. Feel free to put your Twitter in there. W's. DGen. What does this say? needs to be. Yeah, I think I'm very laid back on the corp. I think I can ramp it up a little bit. You know, every time I listen to these fucking podcasts, they spend about the first 5 minutes of it giving ad reads and shit like that. I don't do any of this stuff. So I gotta turn up I gotta turn it up a little bit. Turn it up a little bit. W Discord. Oh yeah, I gotta get a SeatGeek thing too. SeatGeek's good. People actually use that, which is fucking great. I mean, they get $20 off. I get $10. We love that. 5 unskippable ad chick. Moving on. Giving more ads. Yeah, seriously. More ads. Unskippable ads. Sub up, little bro. Cornell plus 14 versus VMI. That sounds like a college basketball line. That wasn't a joke. We're winning by at least 10 in Ireland. You think so? All right, well, we're going to talk about it. Let's get into it. Going to make my first max unit play this week. Maybe tomorrow, not today. Today's isn't the best. Interesting. No one liking it means probably top 4 finish. Yep. 11 people voted no. What are we talking about? There was a poll in here. Taj Bradley, strikeout pitcher, Taj Master. Oh, God, don't do that. DJen, did I see you going corp on Twitter with a sports book? Not necessarily. Partner with Underdog. I don't know that that's really going to corp. But yes, there is a promo code for a deposit match. It's DJen, and you can get 50%. So I put $500 in, and I got $250. Hit an Underdog entry and sub up. Yeah, there we go. I went 1 for 1 this weekend. Shout out Javon, by the way. Hit me up. The guy fucking read Zach Gallen like a book. And I faded Mackenzie Gore with the hits allowed. Thankfully, it got there. Lost a straight bet, though. And then what am I doing bet on the Toronto Blue Jays? What am I doing betting on the Toronto Blue Jays? I mean, seriously. I thought to myself, I was like, Justin Steele minus 170 seems pretty steep. Maybe there's a little value with fucking Chris Bassett and about bounce back star, which he did. But first pitch home run to Ian Happ. Come on. And then they would have lost anyway, fucking the bottom of the 5. But what am I doing betting on the Toronto Blue Jays? They're such fucking losers, that team. Wow, we got sub banks galore. We got Nutbuster giving out subs. We got Dave Martinez burner with a sub bank. Goots gave out a sub bank. Steak with a sub bank. We got 77 in here on Twitch. It says 220 eyeballs in here between Twitter and YouTube. I think we're feeling good today. Congratulations, Underdog. Love to see it. Thank you. I don't know that it's necessarily anything to really congratulate. I mean, listen, they're probably out there going to tons of people, so it's not like I feel necessarily anything is achieved. But I'm going to use the app. I am legitimately going to use the app and put in season future bets for the I'll probably do an AFC and NFC. We're going to put it together tonight, 6 p.m. Twitter Spaces. So you might as well. And I'm going to dabble with it. But listen, I'm not somebody who's going to promote anybody betting irresponsibly at the end of the day. I like Underdog for what it is. There's a lot of other ways you can use it that I'm not familiar with. So you're not going to get some phoniness out of me to tell you to go play fucking the contests and the pick'ems and the daily fantasy when I don't do it myself. So I'm going to dabble and then I'll get back to you on it. If I like it, we'll lean into it. And if not, you'll probably not hear too much out of me. ACCA, Javon W's was just singing your praises on the Zach Gallen whispering. Nice job. Literally, Javon's like, I got a weird feeling that the bottom of the lineup is going to get on base and Yandy's going to hit one in. So I did the hits, runs, RBIs with Mackenzie Gore. That was beautiful. Got my coin back because I did bet on Randy. Listen to this. I bet on Randy Arozarena over 1.5 total bases. This motherfucker went 0 for 5 with 5 Ks. Did you just hear what I said? 0 for 5 with 5 Ks. I bet on Randy Arozarena. That unbelievable. Unbelievable. You cannot make that up. Crazy. Steak friend with another sub bank. Steak. Who's getting all these fucking sub banks, bro? W Gallon turkeys. Yep. Fuck the MLB. Listen, this year for Clemson, I don't know. We're going to talk about it though. Personally, I think the golf stuff with the most plus EV options. Would imagine you'd enjoy some of those contests. Yes, Takuchi, I appreciate that. That is true. I like, and I've done this before. I forget who I did it with. Maybe it was DraftKings. What? No. What was the site where you could? I can't think of it. You could draft a PGA lineup. It was not Prize Picks, and I used this in Florida. I did this last year, and it was actually pretty fun. You enter a draft. Fuck, was it FanDuel? No, it couldn't have been, right? Because FanDuel wasn't legal. Or was it? Maybe you can do fantasy. Maybe you could do fantasy. You could do DraftKings or FanDuel fantasy in Florida, but maybe the straight bets weren't allowed. Anyways, it was very fun. I was drafting golfers. That is actually what I'll probably use more so. I'm not the biggest fantasy guy. Might have been DraftKings. It might have been DraftKings. DJen can't hit an outright in golf, so now he might be a strokes capper. Very funny. That's probably what it was. That's probably what it was. So that's what I think. The season-long entries, I'll already tell you right now what's going in there. Chris Godwin receptions, something James Cook, Zach Moss touchdowns, Garrett Wilson over receiving. Shout out Steak. I'm telling him there. And something else. What's the underdog code? DGen. Code DGen. When you deposit, you get 50% up to $500 of deposit. So you get $250. Put that fucker in, get started if you'd like. And then we are going to talk about it tonight on the Twitter space. All right, we got a pretty good train here. 10:26 in the morning. We got 79 on Twitch. That's pretty damn good. I think we can get the ball rolling. I can do DK or FD DFS, but not on the books. Interesting. Okay, fishing for bets, W's. You're welcome. Appreciate you. Okay. Are we good to go? By the way, I'm chatting with Javon. I'd love to get him up here this week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. We're going to touch on every conference, and he's the Big 12 whisperer, so I want to get him up here for the Big 12. Okay, I made some notes last night. I feel like fucking GRP. I made some notes last night. I sat down at my computer after a nice long day of work. I do work weekends, and then on Sundays. What do we have for dinner last night? Oh, and we went and got Hillstone on the way home. Got some sushi, got the French dip, and the kale Caesar is really good there. We watched the Lacey Peterson documentary on Netflix, which was pretty good. I don't remember that story, by the way. Scott Peterson, scumbag. Good thing he got busted. I sat down in front of the computer. I poured a glass of Macallan, just one glass of Macallan, and I went through every win total for college football through every conference. And what I did was I wrote out ones that stuck out to me. All right. This is everything that stuck out to me in the SEC, ACC, Big 10, and the Big 12. By the way, Texas under 10.5 wins is minus 200. That's one hell of a premium. Let's start, because I don't want to go all over the place. I want to have some structure and some organization. I'd like to start. Is there a new one? What are we talking about? Is there a new what? NFL. Yes, we're going to do the space on Twitch as well. It's going to be a Twitter space. We're going to sync it to YouTube and Twitch if you guys want to. DGen Fam NFL space. Thank you very much, Fat Girls. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think so. I think it's new. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's not. W Study. Yep. Fuck Scott Peterson. Seriously. Here's what I got in the ACC. We'll dabble on every team. We're going to start with FSU. Their under win total on Bet Online is 9.5. All right, lock in. Everybody lock in. We're talking college football here. We're talking ACC. Let me tell Twitter, by the way, see if anybody else wants to hop in here. And then I might have to take a piss after we do a few teams. Hold on. Here we go. Where are we? All right. Talking ACC futures, starting with FSU. Hop in if you're into that sort of thing. Twitch.tv, thedegenerateweekly.com. No. Is it .com? I always forget. Degenerate Weekly. Oh, maybe it's not. Is it the .com? Oh no, I don't even know what it is actually. Oh Jesus, I'm such a fucking idiot. No, it's not. Okay. All right. Sorry. I am just a total moron. Bear with me. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Who is that? Who was that said that? Marilyn Monroe. All right. Also on Bet Online, you can go to futures. You can bet every player award, which I love. I am likely going to be taking Damian Martinez to win the Doak Walker. I like that. Damian Martinez in Miami is 14-1 to win the Doak Walker. I'm kind of out on Oklahoma State this year. We'll talk about that later. All right. Anyways, I'm getting the win totals up. ACC. Okay. Florida State 9.5 wins. 9.5 wins. Talk to me about Florida State. W. Yep. Already calling out piss breaks is not locked. No. You're right. It's not. I'm sorry about that. All right. If you get this magazine, by the way, this is what I love. You get the roster, and it tells you the class that they're in. Obviously, you probably want seniors. Then it tells you the 2023 results, tells you their 2023 rankings, and their 2024 schedule. And then on the left, gives you a couple players to watch, their winning trend, tells you right down here too. This is pretty nice. You guys see this? Top newcomer, emerging star, most valuable player. It's a great magazine. I'm a big fan. If you guys like doing this shit, this research, I live for this stuff. I'm not a big reader. You know, I love digging. I really do. Marvin Jones Sr. is a five-star recruit in the class of 2020. Picked Georgia over FSU. And if the name sounds familiar, yes, he is the son of FSU All-American Marvin Jones. Jones transferred to FSU and turned the corner in the middle of spring. So they got that bad motherfucker. Emerging star, running back Jalen Lucas. Jalen Lucas, most valuable player D.E. Patrick Payton. Patrick Payton. I don't have a PDF version. That would be pretty solid. So, all right, already off to a start of having a badass motherfucker on the defensive line and Patrick Payton, junior defensive end, 6'5", 254. Good God, we know Florida State. Here, I'm gonna do this. I'll let you know. Oops. Florida State, 9.5. Under -140. All right. No audio, Unc. Listening to you on mute today, but what a bozo Milroe take for Heisman. Incredibly bad because you don't watch him play. For every scramble deep bomb, there's 2 mistakes. I think I watched Alabama play 4 times last year. I watched him against LSU. I watched him against Michigan. I watched him against Auburn. Yeah. So, you know what I like about him making mistakes is that he's got another year to mature and improve. I know this is pretty good. Just doing what he can to keep the magazine industry alive. I love newspaper and magazines. I'm into them. All right, let's look at this. Let's look at this real quick. Let's look at this roster. FSU's roster here. I mean, this offense has all seniors. All seniors. DJ Ukulele is the quarterback. We know a little bit about him. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not the biggest. My eyes are terrible. Do I need to turn this on? I might need to turn this on. I don't really think that messes with anything. Running back, Roydell Williams, another senior. Malik Benson, Kentron Poyer, Jakee Douglas. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, though. They only have 4 returning starters. They have all seniors except their left guard's a junior. So they're going to be an older, experienced team, I guess. However, you'd think that they don't really have many returning starters. Also on defense, Joshua Farmer. They got a lot of juniors on defense. A couple sophomores there at linebacker. Blake Nicholson, sophomore at linebacker. DJ Lundy. Patrick Payton and Joshua Farmer, 2 returning starters on the defensive end. I mean, they don't have a lot of returning starters. FSU. What is Steak saying? W. Allen. If Allen has no fans, then I'm dead. Allen is great. I love Allen being around here, just for what it's worth. All right, here we go. Let's look at the schedule. 9.5 is under. So if you're fading Florida State, you need 3 losses. You got Georgia Tech against Georgia Tech in Dublin. What's the spread on that? Let's go look right now. Sportsbook. What's the spread on that? I know Takuchi's probably rolling his eyes right now because these lines have been out so long. Florida State is an 11.5-point favorite. Florida State 11.5, total 55.5. I mean, they're going to win that game. Miami to take the ACC championship game. Well, we're going to talk about them next. Boston College at home, Memphis at home, Cal at home. So they come home, they get 3 home games. They're going to beat Boston College. They're probably going to beat Georgia Tech. Cal's going to be an interesting team this year. Nobody in the ACC really knows what to expect from Cal. Then they got to go to SMU. I'm not scared of SMU. Clemson at home. I mean, listen, depending on what your take is on it, Clemson, that's going to be a revenge game for DJ. I mean, that's a big game. Then they got, this is tough. This is tough. They are bailed out with a bye week. You paying attention? After Clemson, they have 3 road games in 4 weeks, but they have a bye in between that really helps. So, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, after Clemson. So they've got at SMU, Clemson at home. That's going to be tough. You know they're going to have Clemson on their minds when they go to SMU. That's going to be tough. A little bit of a look ahead spot. You know, these things are real in college football. These things are real. So you've got at SMU, then Clemson at home, then a bye week, then at Duke, but Duke sucks. Then at Miami, then North Carolina at home. Then you got to go at Notre Dame, which Notre Dame has a soft schedule, so you know they're going to get up for that game. DJ Ukulele has played well. Snacks, no, we cannot do it at 7. I apologize. Then they got Charleston Southern, then they ended with Florida. I don't know. I'm starting to understand why you have to pay a premium on this under. I'm starting to understand why you have to pay a premium for this under. Clemson at Miami, at Notre Dame. Florida's going to suck, but it's still an in-state rivalry that's probably they're going to be a little pesky. At Miami, Clemson, Notre Dame. So even if they go 2-1 in those games, there's still one more that they can't slip up. They can't slip up with Boston College, Memphis, Cal. They can't slip up at SMU the week before Clemson. And they can't slip up North Carolina in between at Miami and at Notre Dame. Miami isn't a road game? Really? It says it. At Miami, October 26th. What makes you say it's not a road game? State giving out sub banks left and right. Thank you, Goots, by the way. Not a lot of sub banks nice and early. I don't know. I'm not overly high on FSU, but I do want to say this. I have earned a little bit of respect from Mike Norvell. I have earned some respect for him. They lost Keon Coleman. I believe they lost Johnny Wilson, right? Let's look at the wide receivers. Yep. Not a real road atmosphere. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. But keep in mind, you've got a Miami team with expectations this year. It's going to be a little crazy. Granted, there's going to be a decent amount of FSU fans. Sure. I like the under. I like the FSU under. Personally. Florida State minus Travis was so brutal in the ACC championship last year. Yeah, Drew, but that's what are you gonna do? It wasn't even just minus Travis. I think they were on their third string quarterback. I mean, some fucking no name. It's not an easy schedule. You got a lot of seniors, but you don't have experienced starters, at least, unless they're all transfer portal guys. But still, you have 4 returning starters on offense. You have 4 returning starters on defense. You have a new quarterback in DJ Ukulele, who I'm not super high on. I'm not high on FSU. Not high on FSU. Potential problems. With so many new pieces, the passing game has moments in the spring, but was inconsistent and will take time to develop. There's little experience depth at tight end. OC Atkins will miss the first 3 games. What? OC Atkins will miss the first 3 games due to a suspension. I don't know what that is. Yeah. I'm down on him. Soft injury is linger, though. Hammy is worse. DJU also sucks. Oh, you guys are talking about the Lions as well. A little confusing, but I'll just stay out of it. All right, next up, Clemson. Clemson is 9 win total. Juice is flat on this one. The juice is flat on this one. Let me see. Clemson. By the way, Georgia Tech's 5.5 win total team unders minus 130. All right, where's Clemson? Clemson is 9 wins flat. Sorry, if I said 9.5, it's 9 flat on Bet Online. 9 flat. Preseason ranking of 14th. Let's talk Clemson here, ladies and gentlemen. Most valuable player, running back Phil Maffa. Fun name, not really too familiar. Oh, he was there last year. Emerging star, defensive lineman Peter Woods. Top newcomer, Sammy Brown. Top defensive recruit from Clemson's class. Every year seems to go pretty well. See Peter Woods' example last year. Okay, so this is Peter Woods he's a sophomore defensive end. And then Sammy Brown, he's not on the starting depth chart. He's probably a freshman here. Time to buy Clemson, Crazy Craft says. Really? Okay, well, what makes you say that? 9 win total. We know what happened last year. Listen, this is one thing I got to say about Dabo. Dabo. Drew B, I don't know that it's legal. I don't bet on it. I just reference it for lines. You see the results right here? Do you see this game? NC State, look what they did after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I do like? Listen, I think Dabo Swinney is a freaking goofball, corny motherfucker. But I got to give him his credit, and I got to give him his flowers. You know why? I just pointed out a loss against NC State. Back-to-back losses. NC State and Miami. That was pathetic, that loss. They didn't have one bad loss, to be honest. Wait. You don't think that loss against NC State was bad? I think that was pretty bad. I mean, Miami sucked last year. Florida State, fine. They could have won that game. They got their ass kicked to Duke. Oh, one score. Duke was not. Duke was 28-7. Yeah, they had a bad loss. But listen, here's what I like about Dabo Swinney. I shouldn't say that. Here's what I like about Clemson last year. Dabo Swinney, if you remember, and if you don't, you should go watch it. There was like a 5-minute rant Dabo Swinney had on his like talk show. Somebody called in and like asked a question and was basically like, I don't know, should you step down, retire, you're doing a shitty job or whatever. He went on this long ass rant. That was after NC State. After that, and unfortunately, I did bet on Clemson against Notre Dame. It was a newsletter play. We did not have a great college season. We started like 1-7 in week 1. We bounced back. I think we got almost 500. They went on to win and I believe cover against every team after that. Notre Dame, Georgia Tech, North Carolina, at South Carolina, and then they won the bowl game against Kentucky. I like that. Now let's look at their starters, or their depth chart rather. Cade's coming back. Shout out Steak. I'm just fucking with him. Steak picked Klubnik for his Heisman winner. Listen, I've made some really bad bets in my day. Some really bad bets. I mean bad. Cade Klubnik last year was fucking terrible. And I was down on Clemson. I'm sorry. I was in on Clemson last year. I took them to win the ACC. I didn't take their over win total, but I did take them to win the ACC. I wasn't a believer in Norvell and FSU. I got proven wrong right out of the gate when he beat the shit out of LSU. But I'm not there with Cade. What's up, Suck It? I'm not there with Cade. Cade's coming back. You got Phil Maffa, senior running back. Everybody expects him to be good. You got a sophomore wide receiver who is a returning starter, apparently, in Tyler Brown. He's a sophomore. He must have started last year. So you have 1, 2, 3. You have 4 returning starters. I'm sorry. You have 5 returning starters, 2 of which are on the offensive line. Jesus Christ. Am I blind? I am blind. You have 6 returning starters, including your left tackle and right tackle, both juniors, returning left guard. So you got a new center, new right guard. Offense should probably be fine. Defense is a little interesting, though. You know, Clemson is always known for, right, Crazy Craft. DJ and Dabo stopped calling the offensive plays after the NC game. Their offense actually looked good. Well, so here's my fucking problem. Part of the reason I wanted to fucking bet on them, stupid idiot cocksuckers, because they got Garrett Riley from TCU. Javon, if you're still in here, I think you probably would attest that Garrett Riley is a competent offensive coordinator. If Garrett Riley, I'm not going to read all of this right now. I'm just kind of going over it briefly with you guys. If Garrett Riley is going to have more control of the offense, I can get down on Clemson. I mean, the offense should be fine. Returning 3 of 5 starters on the offensive line. You've got experienced wide receivers. You've got an experienced quarterback who now has a year of suck under his belt. And you got a running back that everybody says, senior running back that everybody says is going to be really good. I mean, this guy, if I'm not mistaken, if you go to the Doak Campbell Awards, let's see. Player performance. Oh, that's another one that's kind of fun. Let's see. If you go to ACC rushing yards leader, Phil Maffa is the favorite at 4-1. Ahead of Amarion Hampton of North Carolina, LaKeith Allen, Syracuse, and Jaden Ott at California. And then Damian Martinez is 7-1. I do like Damian Martinez. Yeah, as long as exactly. My issue with Klubnik is that he should be a lacrosse player for Princeton. Yeah, I hear you. Trust me, as a Notre Dame fan, I say that about half our fucking athletes. If I hear Tyler Buckner one more fucking time. Anyways, I should change. We're not talking about Florida State anymore. Oops. Jesus, why is my computer so slow today? Clemson. 9 win total. All right, what do we like to do? What do we want to do with Clemson? Let's go look at the schedule now. Oh, actually, I didn't talk about the defense really quick. So Maffa last year, he had 179 yards. I'm sorry, 179 attempts, 965 yards. That was also with Will Shipley. Shipley's gone. Wow, he averaged 74 yards a game rushing. So this guy can run the ball. You want to buy early? Brown was there. Tyler Brown coming back. He was a freshman. Wow, he was their leading receiver last year with 531 yards. Jesus, that's pathetic. Cade Klubnik, 9 interceptions, 19 touchdowns. Good Lord. Jeez. Clemson to the moon. Javon, you're in on Clemson? Phil Dabo believes in the transfer portal. That team is still a fit. Well, I'll tell you what I like. I like the offense. 6 returning starters. You got your key receiver there. You've got a good running back. You've got 3 of 5 offensive linemen, and you've got the same quarterback in the same system. That seemed to end the season well. I like teams that ended the season on the right foot. I do like that. All right, so let's talk about the defense. The defense does not have much experience. They've got 3 returning starters, but this is a team that always reloads. You've got 2 seniors at least on the defensive line, but everybody else is pretty young. They're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 5 sophomores starting on defense. This is General Dabo's last stand. Yeah, better's coaching. See some new names in here. Love it, by the way. Bork with a sub bang. Love it. We got some new names, new chatters, new contributors. People, football's back, baby. We love it. You guys were fatigued from baseball. I hear you. It's a grind. Had fun, though. I did enjoy it. All right, let's look at the schedule. First game right off the bump, Georgia. What's the spread in that game? Can you guys help me out? I can go look at it, too. Hold on. Clemson, Georgia, 14. Wow. Total of 49. Hammering? Oh, God. I can't hammer that. No way. I can't hammer that. More power to you, though. I cannot hammer that. I wonder how many, let's see, ACC receiving leaders. Where does this guy in Clemson? So Clemson's got Antonio Williams. Antonio Williams is 20-1. Tyler Brown is 33-1. So the odds are projecting that Antonio Williams is going to be the better receiver. But Clemson has 2 guys up there for leading receivers in the conference, So the odds makers like these guys. Oh, wait, mistake. What did it say? I know this sounds odd, but line kind of tells me Clemson has a shot. Does it? Yeah. On a neutral? Isn't it a neutral? Yeah. If anyone wants some DJ and Lotto action before the bases get going today, James Madden is all right, good shit. Fading UGA week 1. Yep. Was fucking around last year, early season versus Duke. Now they got to be ready. Fair enough. I like that. Yeah. Well, I'm already into Clemson. I'm kind of out on Florida State. I'm into Clemson. Here's the schedule. After that, they got App State. App State isn't a pushover. Then they got NC State. Then they got Stanford. I mean, this is not a really easy schedule. This ain't your Michigan for the last 4 years, where Michigan plays. Michigan literally all they have to do for the first 4 weeks is make their bed. Michigan makes their bed for 4 weeks for the entire month of September before they have to play an actual football game. Clemson has to go play Georgia in Atlanta, hostile environment. Then you come home and play App State, NC State, Stanford. Could you imagine if Michigan started their season, their September, playing an SEC opponent followed by 2 conference opponents? Could you imagine? Kraft, we can't get distracted. Here we go. I bet Special K would like that. This season is irrelevant, Special K, because it's been 4 years of making your bed. 11 minutes. Okay. There he is, Fat Girls. What happened? Oh, you were waiting for me to fuck with Michigan. Anyways, let's keep talking about the schedule. At Florida State, at Wake Forest. Then you got Virginia, Louisville. All right. So it's front loaded with a lot of home games. You got 5 home games in a 7-week stretch. And your road games there, your road games are at Florida State, at Wake Forest, at Virginia Tech. How is Virginia Tech going to be this year? Williams was hurt. Oh. Sports guy, thank you. This is the kind of shit I really appreciate. Yeah, I like Lane Kiffin. I don't like all the expectations in Ole Miss. Okay. Let's find some spots on this schedule here. Where's the bye week? So the bye, they have an early bye. Wow. They have an early bye after Appalachian State. Well, that's good, actually. They get reloaded. They get reloaded before NC State, Stanford, and then Florida State. That's probably a pretty good thing. And they have a pretty soft end of the schedule. You get Louisville at home. Pittsburgh's going to suck. Citadel before South Carolina. That's good. Jordan and NC State in the first 2 weeks. They'll be ready to roll through the rest of that schedule. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I don't see 3 losses on this schedule. I mean, at worst, Georgia, Florida State are the obvious ones. South Carolina, Virginia Tech, Louisville. They're not losing to NC State at home. I'm sorry. I don't care how good NC State is. They're not losing a revenge game at home and against NC State. They're just not. They're not losing that game. Vatek or yeah, I guess I would be more worried about Virginia Tech personally. I would be more worried about Virginia Tech. They're not losing to NC State. Florida State's going to be a toss-up. Let's just say they lose. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. I totally agree. That was a really pathetic performance that they had in NC State last year. They were probably distracted because they found out that the Carolina Hurricanes play right across the street. I was too when I went to my first Hurricanes game. Couldn't believe it was at NC State Stadium. All right, we're going to move on. I like Clemson over. What's the best way to bet Clemson? You guys are saying you guys like them to win the ACC? Let's see here. Conference. Let's see. Win total, specials, team wins, futures, conference futures. Let's see. ACC. Clemson is plus 375. You've got Florida State plus 320 as the favorite. You've got Miami 4-1. You've got NC State right there plus 475. Virginia Tech is 750. Is Virginia Tech going to be good this year? Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So Virginia Tech is supposed to be good. So here's the thing. I mean, they don't play Miami. You know, if Miami turns out to be good, they don't play Miami. Georgia, loss. Florida State, loss. One more loss. It's not at Pittsburgh. It's not Louisville. It's not Virginia. It's not Wake Forest. It's not Stanford. It's not NC State. I guess South Carolina. South Carolina, you could be a loser. I guess. I don't think so. All right. I don't mind Shane Beamer, but it's too trendy for you. Didn't we just go to Ohio State in week 2 a couple years ago? I don't even want to hear it. FSU, not a guaranteed loss at all. Yeah. Okay. I might be in on Clemson, guys. I might be in on Clemson. All right. Next up, Miami. By the way, how is this? Do you guys like this? Kind of going in depth, taking our time, talking about these teams, rosters, schedules, shit like that. I mean, I like doing this. This is literally what I do in my free time, so we might as well do it together. Do you guys like this? Navy, Tennessee State, and Central Michigan, a barn burner last year. I know you're not talking. I know a Michigan fan not talking. Steak says he likes. All right, good. All right, Miami. I hate college football. That's crazy, dude. I love college football. All right, let's talk. Let's go to team wins again. And we've got Miami here. Now, this is an interesting one. This is really interesting. This might require a piss break. Wow, Miami is 9.5 under minus 165. I can't wait to talk about Miami. I cannot wait because I don't research the rat piss ACC and can from you who is good and bad. Good, love it. W's. Okay, let's talk Miami here. So I got the win total up 9.5 under. Preseason ranking 17. And again, just so you guys are aware, before I make any bets, I actually go, believe it or not, because I'm not much of a reader. I go back in, I read all this. And furthermore, if I'm going to make a large wager, what I like to do is watch the spring game. And I will tell you right now, I was going to make Wisconsin my largest play last year, probably 3 to 5 units. A, everybody loved Wisconsin. That scared me off. B, I watched the spring game. Tanner Mordecai threw 4 interceptions in the first half. I know what you're going to say. I'm not putting tons of stock in the spring game. I'm just not. But you could just tell that guy's body language. He didn't have it. Did not have it. Yeah, but that's literally it. Don't take a win total either side with Cristobal as their coach, not versus the variance. Yeah. I do like Florida. I like Florida. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Is this a good time for a piss break? Actually, I can hold it. Well, let's make it through Miami, then I'm going to piss break, and we'll go through a couple other teams. I want to talk about Louisville, and I want to talk about Cal in the ACC. We're not going to talk about everybody. Sorry to the fucking Virginia fans out there. Oh, maybe some Virginia Tech too. The next highest ranked team is NC State. Oh, they're supposed to be pretty good this year. We'll talk about them. Take a large wager in Miami's Week 6 game. Really? You might be able to get a sponsorship from Depends. Yeah, I know. Taking the under without knowing starters. Whoa. What are we talking about? I never said that. Without knowing starters? What are we talking about? Okay. Here we go. Here are your most valuable player: Xavier Restrepo, emerging star Ruben Bain, Cam Ward, top newcomer. All new faces. Listen, what do we know about Mario Cristobal? This guy can get talent. All right? This guy can absolutely get talent. What can he do with the talent is the important question. Can he coach? I say nay. We are but men. Rock. Oh, that's a little Tenacious D for you. Let's look at the offense. So this Xavier Restrepo guy is supposed to be good. Jacoby George. So they're both the receivers are returning starters and seniors. New OC, new QB should be interesting. Yeah, let's get there for a second. Hold on. First and foremost, I like to look at the player performance. Xavier Restrepo is the favorite for wide receivers to have the most receiving yards in the ACC. Cam Ward is the favorite to have the most passing yards in the ACC at 3-1. So this offense is expected to be good. Restrepo's a baller. Who is the new AC? Had to be Corp for the last 15 minutes. What'd you miss, chat? You missed FSU and Clemson. They have Shannon Dawson, offensive coordinator. Lance Goldry. I don't know who either of them are. Mario Cristobal's record at Miami, 12-13. In his 13 years of coaching, he's 74-73. This is a guy that everybody is slurping. 74-73 head coach. Do you know? You ever seen Brian Kelly's winning record or record? This guy actually wins where he goes. He might be GG in Missouri. All right, hold on. Stop distracting me. Potential problems. Running back lacks depth with Henry Parrish leaving for Ole Miss. Hurricanes have shown a knack for making critical mistakes at inappropriate times. Okay. Well, I don't really care. I don't care about running back depth. I mean, if Martinez goes down, so be it. But I like Damian Martinez a lot. Told me Portnoy is interested in them. Oh yeah, that's true. I'm not scared of Portnoy mushing anything anymore. But GRP's on him too. GRP's a sharp motherfucker. You know what? I don't care. I'm out on all that. I'm out on like getting worried about fading and people being on bets. I'm over it. I stayed off so many bets last year, especially in college basketball, because the entire world was on certain plays. Jeff Rosa's PODs has changed me, and I'm not going to let it change me anymore. Shout out to him though; he did a great job in college basketball. And W Ramble, I am a big Ramble fan. All right, let's look at the returning starters. They've got 6 returning starters: tight end, left tackle, right guard, right tackle. Two of these guys on the offensive line are sophomores. Two are juniors. So only got one senior, Zach Carpenter, in the middle of the line. They have a sophomore wide receiver 3, Isaiah Horton, but they're 2 wide receivers, Xavier Restrepo and Jacoby George. I mean, it's a good-looking offense, right? Cam Ward, Xavier Martinez, Xavier Restrepo. The line seems like it's going to be okay, I guess. Your left guard is a sophomore who I guess did not start last year. That could be a little interesting, but the right side did. The right side start last year. The right tackle was a true freshman, I guess. All right. I don't really have too many doubts on offense. Let's see the defense, though. 1, 2, 3. They only have 4 returning starters on defense. Printed PLL, parlay, cash. W's. Oh, yeah, I think did you get a hit or something like that? W's Ron Muck. Happy to hear that. Everyone interested in Missouri? Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm not worried about it. I like them. They passed my eyeball test last year. I'll tell you that. All right. Let's look at this defense. So the one returning starter is Ruben Bain Jr., sophomore defensive end. 2 seniors in the interior, defensive tackles, junior on the D end. Then they have a junior. Okay, so both their linebackers are returning starters. That's good. I was a linebacker in high school. Let me tell you, it's a field general. It's an important. I called the plays. Huddle up. No, then I was a nose tackle because I was too slow. But I did enjoy being a linebacker. I wanted to be a linebacker. I was a big Derek Brooks and Zach Thomas fan. All right. Well, I'll tell you this. Here's what's a little shaky. According to this projected starters in the secondary for Miami, you have 3 sophomores who were not starters last year. According to this, that's a little skeptical. 3 starters, projected starters for Miami's defense, sophomores. DJ and Vince Wilfork. Hold on. I mean, when are you and Greg doing the 40? I don't know, but we will do it for sure. Chris Medina with a new follow. What's up, Chris? Welcome to the board review. Miami's win total 9.5 under 165. Graham Mertz is about to look like Danny Warfel week 1. Yeah, might be. I mean, this is the weakness. This is the weakness. It's got to be, right? It's got to be. Xavier Restrepo had 85 catches for 1,092 yards last year. Wow. Looking good, boss. Thank you, Bane. W YouTube gang holding it down. Let's look at the schedule. Let's see how they ended the year last year. They ended it terribly. They lost 3 of their last 4 games in the regular season. NC State, Florida State, Louisville, and then they won at Boston College. They lost a bowl game to Rutgers. Not that it really matters, but it's just, just like to note it. I'm not buying the Miami hype. I'm just not. Okay, Javon says week 6 game of the year. Let's go through this schedule. Again, just to recap. Year 3 of Cristobal. New quarterback, new running back, both highly touted. Experience at receiver. 6, you got your tight end coming back. 3 of the 5 offensive linemen coming back. The question mark of Miami is going to be on the defensive side of the ball. Greg is Alex Pierce. Yeah. Here's the schedule. At Florida. I talked about this yesterday. Cristobal, first coach to be fired, 6-1. It's kind of looking at me funny. I think they can lose that game. What's the spread? The spread. God, I fucking love talking about football. I just love it. All right, hold on. Let's go. Same game as Utah, Florida with AR. Craig is Ryan Fitzpatrick. Miami on the road in the swamp is a 2.5-point favorite. I mean, if this was a night game, you know what my concern is in this game? My concern is Florida gets up to a lead and then squanders it. I like Florida first half. Florida's going to get up in this game like 14-3. I just worry that Miami creeps back in. I could see Napier It's going to be hotter than the devil's dick. I can see Napier getting a little conservative, playing some prevent defense. But anyways, let's keep going through the schedule. I like Florida in week 1. I do. I like them first half. Then they got, okay, so let's, I think they're going to lose that game. Then you've got, hold on. All right, let's see. Then you've got Florida A&M and Ball State. They're going to win both those. All right, they're going to win both those. I don't know what just happened. My screen refreshed. You guys still got me, or did I freeze? I think I'm fine. Am I lagging? Let me see. Am I good? I don't know what just happened. USC 4, no cupcake on road. I did. I just tweeted that, actually. It's funny you say that. At South Florida, week 4. Yeah, that's not going to be easy. Did you guys pay any attention? I did, because I have a sicko friend who was all about Alex Gorish. Delayed a bit. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Make sure my phone is off. Take my phone off Wi-Fi, maybe. Good now? Okay. I think at South Florida is going to be a banger. And then you got Virginia Tech at home. So, Javon, you're saying at Cal. I mean, you're the Cal whisperer, but I just think this is a terrible scheduling spot for Miami. This is terrible. And they don't have a bye. They don't have a bye till after Cal. They don't have a bye till after Cal. Then they go back on the road to play Louisville before Florida State. I don't like how this schedule shapes up for them. And then in November 30th, I mean, I know the game's in a dome, but you have to travel to fucking cold-ass fucking Syracuse. You really going to give a shit about that game? Well, I guess they did win at Boston College last year, 45-20. Okay, so Cal is the game of the year. I'm so in, dude. I'm so in. Cal is going to be fired the fuck up to welcome Miami, especially a Miami team that has their bye the following week. So they're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be 6 straight weeks of football. No days off. No weeks off. I'm so in. I could not be more in. After a battle at home against Virginia Tech, and I'm telling you, they're going to go on to UCF. They're going to get USF. They're going to get South Florida's best shot. Plenty familiar with Cam Ward and Damian Martinez too. Fuck yes. Tell me, I mean, come on, tell me. Listen, seriously. If Miami is 4-2, let's say Miami loses to Florida and Cal going into the bye week. Seriously, 4-2. Do they fire Cristobal? Yes or no? Is there a chance they fire Cristobal? Is there a chance? I think there is. That's kind of why I want to dabble at 6-1. I just don't like the way the schedule. Yeah, Special K. Are you echoing me? I literally tweeted that and just said that. 2 losses can get you in the playoffs, so probably not. Yeah, but it's 2 losses in the first 6 weeks. Yeah, I do like Ryan Day too. That guy's fucking bozo. All right, listen. At Louisville, I'm not super on Louisville. We're going to talk about them shortly, but here's the thing. If Miami does lose that week, they're going to go into their bye week. They're going to come off. They're going to come out at Louisville. I don't think it's going to be a look ahead spot for Florida State. That's the only thing. It's going to be a tune-up spot. That's what I think. Does that make sense? Still win the ACC, get auto bids. I don't know. Yeah, fair enough. Here's what I think. If let me run through this again. At Florida, loss. Florida and Ball State win. At South Florida, maybe a tough game, but let's say they win. So the 3-1. Virginia Tech at home, let's say they win. 4-1. At Cal, lose. 4-2. Go into the bye week. If they lose that game and they go into the bye week, they're going to come out for blood against Louisville. I think Cam Ward, whatever his fucking touchdown passes, if I can do player props on fucking underdog in New York, I don't think you can though. I'm taking fucking Cam Ward everything in that game. It's going to be a tune-up rage fuck. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. And then Florida State at home. I don't know. I mean, they could beat Florida State. And then after that, it's 4 wins. So I don't know. Miami under 9.5. I don't love it. I might just pick my spots with Miami. And the spots right now are probably going to be at Florida, at USF, and at Cal. Any thoughts on that? Tell you what, though, this is making me like Clemson. This is definitely making me like Clemson. All right, let's talk NC State. NC State. Let's see. NC State team wins. NC State 8.5 wins over -150. Wow. Why do you have to pay such a premium? NC State 8.5 wins over -150. Why do you have to pay such a premium for NC State? They did end the schedule pretty well last year. Well, this is what I like to look for. ESPN Bet has 7.5 -120 for NC State. Dude, they're sleeping. Holy shit. Really? Holy shit. That is quite the discrepancy. Well, that's not good. Why would you do that? You can't gamble away your rent ever. You got to be responsible. Come on now. We got to be better than that. Someone get Corn on the phone? No shit. Corn's probably already got it. All right, so hold on here. They got Grayson McCall. That's who they got. Grayson McCall from Coastal Carolina. Fun guy. This is what they did. They got a good head coach. Dave Dorner. Isn't that his name? Yeah, Dave Doran. Sorry. Been there 11 years. Good dude. 104-62. Isn't it so funny? Overall head coaching record. You look at a guy like him compared to Mario Cristobal, yet Mario Cristobal is the fucking talk of the town and making a fuck ton of money. A loser. Fucking loser. I don't know who their coordinators are. Primary strength. There is lots of experience in the secondary that grew into strong playmakers by late 2023. Defensive front, another area that could set the tone. McCall and Waters bring in good experience, and if they can mesh early, this offseason could be formidable. There is speed on both sides of the ball with big play capability at several other spots. Yeah, look at this secondary compared to Miami's. You've got 3 seniors, 3 returning starters. I love that. Secondary is very important in college football, in my opinion. Very. I think in the NFL you can get away with it a little bit more if you have a good front 7. You can get away with it a little bit more. College, I think you need some nasty DBs. I mean, did you see the fucking defensive back performance Michigan had against Washington? And I know Michigan has a nasty front 7. Don't get me wrong, but their cornerbacks were not letting Michael Penix do anything. The receivers do anything. 3 stud receivers: Polk, Odunze, and fucking McLaughlin. You got 5 returning starters on offense. They're returning 4 or 5 offensive linemen. Love that. I like the pack, baby. They got all they need. The line is 8.5 on ESPN now. I think you may have read that wrong, unless somebody hammered it. Did somebody just hammer it? There are whales in here. There's whales. I see we have 429 eyeballs is what the streaming site is telling me. Who's the whale? Somebody's the whale. I've seen lines pop right in front of my eyes that we're talking about. Fucking Nestor Cortez strikeouts. You know it. Cornfield's probably got all the CLV. Probably did. Let's walk through this. I'm intrigued by the pack. I'm intrigued. Players to watch. Hold on. Players to watch. McMillan, sorry, Jalen McMillan. I should probably know that because he's on the Bucks. Emerging star, Brandon Cease. Top newcomer, Grayson McCall. Most valuable player, Kevin Concepcion. Interesting. Okay. Never heard of any of those guys except Grayson. Let's look at the schedule. By the way, on the defensive side, they also have 3 seniors on the defensive line, 2 of which are returning starters. Inexperience at the linebacker position is a little concerning. Oh, they play a 3-4, though. Okay, they play a 3-4. That's a little bit different. All right. So the end of the year strong. They won their last 5 regular season games. And they lost to Kansas State. But we love Kansas State. Big Kansas State fans around here. Can't wait to talk to Javon about Kansas State. Hope he approves. Stakes on him heavy. By the way, don't forget Twitter Space tonight. If you're on Twitch, our W mods, Fat Girls, status is up there. Go like that tweet. I'll set the space right after this. Set the reminder. Here we go. Here's the schedule for next year. By the way, I will say when Notre Dame played in NC State, I watched that game. I think I was getting ready to go to a wedding in Maine. My wife was taking forever to get ready, but that's one of the times where she can take as long as she needs while I'm watching football. Take as long as you need. Notre Dame or NC State actually brought the fucking house in the first half of that game. Then there was a weather delay, and then Audric Estime came out and ran all over him. But that place was rocking. NC State is not an easy place to play. Let's just remember that. So they start the season against Western Carolina. Then they play Tennessee, neutral site in Charlotte. That'll be fun. I don't really know how I feel about Tennessee this year, by the way. This guy has like all the rave. Nico something. I don't know shit about him. I can't even pretend to know shit about him. Then they got La Tech, and then they got at Clemson. That's going to be tough. I don't think NC State is winning at Clemson. We already talked about this. That's just not going to happen. So you got to beat Western Carolina. You got to beat La Tech. Let's just say worst case scenario, they're 2-2 after the first 4 weeks. All right. Then they got Northern Illinois, Wake Forest, and Syracuse. They got 3 home games. You like that? Where's their fucking bye week? Oh, they have a late bye. 3 home games. Then they go at Cal, but then they come back home for 2 weeks. That's good. Oh, this actually shapes up pretty well for them. Check this out. So after Clemson, 5 of their next 6 games are at home. This is a team that does not have to travel very far. Not at all. You don't have to do. You got to go to California. You have to go to California, and then you come back and you have a bye. They got to win 9 games so they can have 3 losses. Tennessee, Clemson, at Cal, or at North Carolina. I'll tell you what, I love it at 7.5. Love it at 7.5. 7.5. If this was actually at 7.5, that would have been a hammer play. I think I still like it. I mean, the over is -150. You have to pay a premium. NC State wide receiver has a real chance at being in contention for the best wide receiver in college. Wow. No shit. Damn. Okay. I think I'm in. We know Grayson McCall has talent. 4 or 5 returning stars on the offensive line. We like that. They got a true freshman wide receiver, 6'2", 200, Noah Rogers. Dakari Collins, 6'4", big dude. Concepcion, who is the sophomore, so he was just a young buck last year. Don't know anything about the running back though, Jordan Waters. Anybody know anything about their running back? Anybody know anything about the running back? Waters was the running back for Duke last year. No, nobody's beating out Luther Burden. All right. So far, I think we're doing well in the ACC. Are you guys enjoying this? Because I can go for about another 45 minutes. You guys good with this? We'll talk a couple more teams. We'll talk La Tech. Take a quick look at SMU. You guys are liking this? All right. Esto says, hell yeah. All right. Let me take a piss. Do me a favor. Hang tight. I will be right back. All right, good. I just want to hear the feedback as long as you guys are liking this. We're taking our time, doing our research. I'm into it. All right, hold on. Taking a piss. We'll be right back. Did I play the music? There we go. Be right back. No flex zone. No flex zone. They know better. Yeah, washing your hands is overrated. All right. No, I'm just kidding. I always wash my hands, but in a public place. Not here, not now. Turn that shit up. Boy, I was freestyling. Yeah, I like it. Some people don't like it. They're fucking crazy. All right, let's move on to the next team. We're gonna talk Louisville. Louisville. What is old Louisville? I'm not really into Louisville this year, but I don't know why exactly. I'm just not vibing with them. Louisville. Louisville. They are at 8.5 wins, and the under is -1. 160. Sheesh. Furl hated the elevator music. Yeah, he really did. I don't understand why. I don't think it's that bad. All right, let's talk about Louisville. Again, if you're just joining, we dug into FSU, Clemson, Miami, and NC State. I don't know what my bets are going to be at this moment, but I don't think I'm very high on FSU or Miami. I would be more out on Miami than FSU. I like Clemson. I like things about Clemson. I'm not in love with Clemson, but I like Clemson. I'm liking NC State. And now let's talk about Louisville. Okay, I don't know who this is. Who is Tyler Shue? Somebody please tell me who Tyler Shue is. Oh my God, top newcomer. Jonathan Mendoza. This is for Louisville. 6'9", 310. The Yale transfer. Holy shit. Okay, that's who he is. Let me look him up. I gotta get eyes on this guy. He's solid. Tyler Shue. Are you fucking kidding me? He looks cooler there, I guess. I mean, I was going to be way out for a second. I was going to be way out. He definitely needs a beard. Let's look at this guy's stats. He's decent. Yeah, what did he do last year? I'm going to look at this guy's stats. Let's see. You like McCall Moore? Yeah, I'm with you, Steak. I feel like most people probably would be. Let's see. This guy's been in college since 2018. He's fucking all the hoes. All right. Last year, let's see. Last year, well, he hasn't had a year. Where he started the entire season. Texas Tech last year, he played 4 games, 60% completion percentage, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He played 7 games the year before, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Yeah. Well, his stats really don't even blow me away. I'm not super into him. Not super into what I'm seeing there from Tyler Shue. Let's look at this offense. 3 returning starters. 2 seniors on the offensive line. 3 juniors at wide receiver. Defense looks solid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 returning starters. All seniors on the defensive line. A junior and sophomore linebacker. Oh, they play a 4-3. 2 juniors and a sophomore linebacker. Secondary, 3 seniors, 1 freshman, Destin Cheese. So the ended the year last year poorly, but we know Plummer's gone. Jeff Brom's still there. First year was great. He's a good coach. 10-4 last year. Made it to the ACC championship. In case you don't remember that game, it was ugly. I sneak nuked FSU, sneak nuked the shit out of them. Shout out Greg. He took the reins on the college football newsletter for 1 week, and he liked Louisville. Idiot. Just kidding. Love Greg. But fuck Greg. Potential problems. Turner. Who's Turner? Oh, that's probably one of their. Brian Brom is the offensive coordinator. Love nepotism. Just kidding. I don't know that I'm really in on anything Louisville has to offer. I don't like the look of this Tyler Shue guy. Maybe I need to watch. See, this is where I would watch the spring game. Does that make sense? I'm not going out there and watching every single spring game. Not going to do that. Nothing against anybody who does. But I would watch a spring game because I think I want to fade Louisville. They got some experience. They have good coaching. I do like Brom. I like what they did in the ACC last year. But also, are they really going to repeat that type of performance? I don't think so. So now we got to look at the schedule, though. Do we see – I got to see 4 losses, right? If you're taking the under 8.5, you got to see 4 losses. So let's look at the schedule. Last year, they beat Notre Dame and Miami and Virginia Tech and Virginia. Is that really going to happen again? First game, Austin P. Second game, Jacksonville State. See, this is a Michigan schedule right here. This is a Michigan schedule. And then Georgia Tech. Before they go on the road, they have a week. They have a bye in week 3, by the way. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Crazy. Oh, I guess if you have 2 byes, you have to use them. You play Austin P and Jacksonville State, and then you have a bye. Then you play Georgia Tech at home. Then you go on the road to play Notre Dame. You're not winning that game. They're not winning a game at Notre Dame Stadium in a revenge spot. Fuck out of here. Absolutely not. No. Then you go back home, you play SMU. I don't really know what to think about SMU. I'm not scared of SMU. So I'll give them that. Then you go on the road to Virginia. Then you come back home to play Miami. That's going to be a game. That's going to be a game Miami wins. Because remember, I think Miami's going to lose to Cal, as does Jovan, before that bye week. And then after the bye, Miami goes to play Louisville. Even though you might think it's a look-ahead spot, I don't think it is because of the rest. They're going to come out. That's not going to be a look-ahead. That's going to be a tune-up game. So they're losing to Miami. Then they got to go to Boston College. Oh, wow. They've got 4 of their last 6 games are on the road. No, I'm sorry. 5 of their last 7 on the road. They got to go at Boston College. Then they got to go to Clemson. Then they got to go to Stanford. But they have a bye before Stanford. So they do have a little bit of rest. Pittsburgh at home and at Kentucky. How's Kentucky going to be this year? Because the losses are going to have to be Notre Dame, Miami, Clemson, and then either Kentucky, SMU. Fuck. I don't love it. I don't know that I love it. I don't like it. I mean, I should say I like it. I don't love it. I just don't know. I mean, Brom is a good coach. That's the problem. Brom is a good coach, so he's really going to have to slip up somewhere, you know? They're going to have to slip up somewhere. 5 of 7 on the road. If things start to go fucking south for Louisville, that's going to be a tough stretch. And I mean, Virginia is not an easy place to play. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, they get Pittsburgh before they go at Kentucky. I mean, that's Pittsburgh is a cupcake this year, aren't they? That may as well be a fucking bye week, I think. Yeah. All right. Well, the 4 losses would be Notre Dame, Miami, Clemson, and then at Kentucky. That would have to be those. That would have to be. And they lost to Kentucky last year. Fuck. All right, let's move on. Let's go to Virginia Tech. Let's go to Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is ranked 29th in the preseason rankings. And their win total is Virginia Tech under -150. Virginia Tech last year was not very good. They were 6-6. Tech 8.5 under. So, sorry. So here's the thing. Team that won 6 games last year now is an 8.5 win total. They bring in a lot of new players. Let's see. Brent Pry at Virginia for 2 years. He's 10-14. Most returners. Oh, they have a lot of starters returning. All right, well, let's go look at their roster right now. Projected roster. They did end the season on a high note. You got to give them that. They lost to NC State, but only by a touchdown. They beat the shit out of Virginia 55-17. And then they beat Tulane in a bowl game 41-20. You got to give them that. The end of the season on a high note. Let's look at the starters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 returning starters on offense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 returning starters on defense. 16 returning starters out of 22. That's what you want. That's what you want. On top of that, those that aren't returning starters, mostly seniors. They got a sophomore safety. That's about it. So they're experienced. They're going to be older. They're experienced. That's definitely what you want. Kyron Drones, junior quarterback. Interesting. Transfer from Duke. Oh, they got a defensive tackle from Duke. Duke had a great defensive line last year. So that's big. I mean, if you want a defensive lineman, you want him from Duke, which is you wouldn't expect many people to say that. But if you watched Duke last year, their defensive line was fucking nasty. Kyron Drones, this guy is 6'2". He's a junior, 224 pounds. They also have a senior running back, Hayashu Tootin. 6'5" wide receiver coming back. They got a 6'5" wide receiver, a 5'10", and a 6'2". That's kind of the perfect trio, you know? Big, medium, small. It's kind of what you want, I think. Potential problems. While the offensive line returns a bunch of experienced pieces and added a potential starter in Georgia State transfer, that unit took a while to gel last year. Defensively, Tech needs to find a safety to pair with. Okay, yeah, that's the sophomore guy. They don't feel good about the sophomore guy. All right, let's look at the schedule. At Vandy, the win. Marshall, at Old Dominion, Rutgers. Those are the first 4 weeks. 4-0. Old Dominion going to be a slip-up game? Now, the one potential look ahead, I guess you could say, and it looks like it's on short rest, is from Rutgers to Miami. They play Rutgers at home before they go to Miami. But you can afford some losses. Remember, it's 8.5. You can have 3 losses and win this bet. After Miami, they go to Stanford, no bye. Well, that's not easy. So back-to-back travel. You go down south to Florida. What is that, about 1,000 miles? No, about 800 miles. You come back to Virginia Tech. Then you got to go cross-country and play in Stanford. Stanford isn't very good, but it's still travel. Then at least, here's the thing. You come back from the West Coast to the East Coast. Right after Stanford, you get a bye week. So that's fine. Boston College, Georgia Tech at home. You can win both those games, right? At Syracuse. I don't really know if Syracuse is a threat this year. Clemson at home. Huge. They're probably not going to beat Clemson, but that's where you want them. At Duke and Virginia. I don't know that I see 4 losses on this schedule. Yeah, that is a tough road trip for sure. I think I did a good job of pointing that out. If I didn't, I want to emphasize that. That's not ideal. So 4 of the first 6 games are on the road. I'm sorry. Yeah. 4 of the first 6 games are on the road. But I mean, against Vanderbilt is a pushover. Vanderbilt sucks. I don't know. Do you see 4 losses? Clemson and Miami? Sure. Where else are they losing? Is Virginia Tech over a play? 13.5 first Vandy. Thank you, DC. Is Virginia Tech over a play? Tell you what, I don't know that it's a play. I'm going to do a little bit more digging, but Tech over 8.5. Yeah. That might be a play for me. That might absolutely be a play for me. We'll see. We'll see. All right. What else we got? SMU. Why is everybody loving SMU? I don't understand it. What's the love with SMU? Watch their bowl game. A lot to like this season. Okay. I might watch Virginia Tech's spring game, and I might have to watch Louisville's spring game. Get eyes on these quarterbacks and these teams, see if they got any swagger. If Tyler Shue, this is what I'm looking for. If Tyler Shue is out there looking like Tanner Mordecai, like, oh, fuck, I came here to be the guy, and I'm not really feeling like I'm going to be the guy, and he's throwing interceptions or just not looking confident, under Louisville for me. I'll lay the juice. I don't give a fuck. If he's walking around there like he's got a 9-inch cock like Dustin Johnson, and he's banging some chick that looks like Paulina Gretzky, I'm not fading Louisville. That's what I'm looking for, in case you're wondering. That's all I'm looking at when I watch these spring games. Bowl games are good to watch too, especially with a team that's bringing back a lot of starters, so that's good. Okay, SMU. Why do we like SMU so much? Preston Stone is their quarterback. Oh, they were good last year. Preston Stone, junior quarterback, 6'1", 215. Oh, they're returning a lot of starters. That's why people like this team, huh? They lost at Oklahoma, and they lost at TCU. Everything else they won. I mean, they didn't necessarily beat anybody that great. They won the championship, beat Tulane. They lost to Boston College in the bowl game. I mean, look, I'm not saying anybody really gives a fuck, but still. Boston College is terrible. All right, so they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They got 7 returning starters. Okay, I see why people are liking this team now. Rhett Lashley, it's been there 2 years. 18-9. I really turned the program, as most college coaches would say, program. Then on defense, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 starters coming back on defense. It's an experienced team. A lot of seniors. 1 sophomore left tackle and a sophomore linebacker. These guys believe in what we do on defense. They believe in coaching staff, and it shows how they fly around. Okay. Top newcomer, running back Brashard Smith. Miami transfer is an explosive athlete who can play all over the field. He caught 69 passes for 770 yards and 4 touchdowns. Okay. Well, I mean, I got to tell you, I'm not here to fade SMU by any means, but I was wondering why people got excited about them, and I think I just answered that. That would have to be why. Under's minus 125. Under 8.5 wins. Let's walk through this schedule. Then I got to shut it down here pretty soon. Oops. SMU. Well, we know Prime likes SMU, doesn't he? But he's a Dallas slurper, so you got to take what he says with a grain of salt. Under minus 125. Damn. All right, let's look at the schedule. At Nevada? Is Nevada tough? Anybody know anything about Nevada? Oh, you want to talk about the MLB board? All right, we'll shut it down after this. I mean, we'll switch it over, and then I got to shut it down. You have to get out of here. At Nevada, Houston Christian, BYU, TCU, Florida State. Wow, 4 out of their first 5 games are at home. The Michigan special. At Louisville, at Stanford, at Duke. Well, BYU is going to suck this year. TCU is not supposed to be very good. They don't have a really hard schedule. They don't have a very hard schedule. I'm not doing anything. Oops. Just fucked up my second screen. I'm not doing anything with this from you. All right, takeaways from ACC. FSU on. These are just leans. FSU under. FSU under, NC State over, Louisville under, Miami under. Didn't get to Cal, Vatek over, SMU no touch. That's what I like so far. Even though I'm not big on Miami, I still like Damian Martinez a lot. Probably take him to win something. The Doak Walker, or I don't know. We'll see. Give us the 10+ win or 6+ depending win parlay. I don't know what that means. Somebody said something. Is equally bad. Super weak conference and inflated recruiting. Okay. I don't know what people are saying on Twitter right now, some of my tweets. All right, let's go look at the board real quick. You guys want it? I'll give it to you. I will give it to you. But MLB is coming to a close. Can we ladder Taj 10Ks? No. Guys, no. Everybody is on Taj Day. When I get people fucking DMing me, it's Taj Day, coming out of the woodwork, it's time to sell. It's time to sell. Buy the rumor, sell the news. When you're out there having breakfast and the people next to you are talking about Taj Bradley, it's time to sell. Yeah. What's up, 2J's Plays with a new follow? How we doing? Welcome to the board review. We did just finish about an hour and a half of ACC talk. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to come to the Twitter space tonight. We're going to talk about our NFL season prop, our NFL season entry, season-long props on Underdog W's. All right. Let's look at the board. You guys want to look at the board? We'll look at the board. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want. You know I got it, baby. If you give it to me, I'll give it to you. You know what you want. All right, here we go. What do we got over here? Yeah, like I'm just not. I'm not betting on the Diamondbacks. I'm not betting on the Diamondbacks Marlins game on August 19th. Just not doing it. But it does look like, here you go. I love me some Brandon Pfaadt. Brandon Pfaadt's my guy. I'm going to bet on him next year. Brandon Pfaadt is my guy. He's a dog. Julian Aguilar? Kevin Gosman? No thanks. Peterson and Rod. Oh, no. Is it going to rain today? Oh, shit. I'm supposed to be out. I have to bring a fucking umbrella. Hold on. So much for city biking everywhere. Tonight. Showers coming in. Showers coming in tonight. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Trevor Rogers. Ooh, man, that would be a good game to go to. I should go to one of these Mets games. Maybe I'll go tomorrow. Maybe I'll go tomorrow night. Watch and boo the birds. Boo the fucking birds. What do we got here? What do we have here? Blue Jays minus 185. That is steep, dude. That is steep. Are the Blue Jays gonna beat that ass? Hold on a second, guys. Are the Blue Jays going to whoop that ass? Gosman is coming off of a fucking stellar start. I would lean on the Reds, Whisperer, and Javon and behind the lines for this one. Personally. Nothing for the Mets because that game might get rained out anyway. Jose Urena stinks. He stinks. Stinky, stinky, stinky. Yeah, it is. Kind of reminds me of the Cubs minus 170 against the Blue Jays, doesn't it? I mean, what am I missing? The Reds are 60 and 64. That's a massive line. I think the Blue Jays are going to beat the fuck out of the Reds. Look, I know Trevor Rogers sucks, but I kind of like the Mets there. Kind of like the Mets. Luis Ortiz. Let's see. 5-3, Urena. Urena stinks. The under is juiced. 8.5. That's kind of low, isn't it? I guess the Rangers offense fucking sucks. Well, on the flip side, the Pittsburgh Pirates are just playing over games left and right. I don't know. With how bad Urena is, I thought for sure that would be like a 9 total, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, guys, this guy's stinky poo-poo. No, they've seen him too. They know this fucker. Okay. Kikuchi? Do you know the Red Sox know them some Kikuchi? I got to tell you, Kikuchi is he's just a new pitcher when he gets outside of loser fuckface Toronto. Let's look at Kikuchi. 6-9, 4.49 ERA. Tanner Hook. Another strong outing. Yeah, he's been fucking nails, dude. Nails. Since pitching for them. 11-8. Yeah, you see, he didn't get as many Ks. I bet the over in that game. That was a terrible fucking bet. See what's going on here. Red Sox plus 115. Anybody want to take a shot at him? Open 7.5 total. Let's see what Tanner's up to. Quality start. Oh, he just fucking dealt again. Houston. I hate that. He only had 1K though. Jeez. I hate that. Yeah, I'm probably out. Romy Gonzalez? Tyler O'Neill? Ruffy doesn't really hit him too well. He has 2 bombs on him, though. Stros win, Orioles win, Rays win. Okay. Yeah. It's Taj Day. I know. I see you guys. Let's talk about this game real quick, though. Minus 200, total at 9. I'm not getting involved in anything in that. Twins, Padres. That's a good game. Padres minus 150. Huh. Who's pitching for the Twins? That seems like a lot of respect. I don't know who the fuck Zebby Matthews is. Padres have been playing good. What do they just do? Coming out of Coors, though. They lost the series against the Rockies. Uh-oh. Are they cooling off now? Look how hot they were. Are they cooling off? My God. Think they cool off a little bit? That's tough. No rest either. What about the Twins? What are the Twins doing? Twins just won a series in Texas. Tough loss there. Huh. What did Michael King just do? Dazzles? Oh, boy. Oh, shit. You know what I might have to do, guys? Might have to be an under. Might have to be an under K's. I mean, the guy just pitched a fucking absolute gem. Has he faced Minnesota before? Oh, wow. Oh, he's actually pitched quite well. They have Katie. They have Kate on him. They have struck out against him a few times. See something real quick. Let's go to baseball. MLB. Let's go to baseball and MLB, and let's go see what the K line is from Michael King. Yeah, we're talking about the Rays next, and then I'm going to shut it down. Got to get the fuck out of here. Okay, pitcher props. Michael King, 6.5. Unders plus 105. Tempting. Total 7. It's low. That's low. Have we gone over? No, I'm saying no. I'm dead to me. Dead to me and done with golf. Not my year for golf. We'll try it again next year. We'll try it again. New model. Formula. New model, new formulas. You know what I mean? Okay, let's why do I like the Twins? I mean, I do think that's the right line. Nothing fishy there. 150, 155, 160. I kind of like the Twins. Total at 7. I like that under. Talk about Dodgers Mariners game. Can you give me your favorite baseball play of the day? Yeah, but I don't know that you want it. I'm not really tapped in. You know, I'm not locked in on baseball. I'm kind of wrapping up my baseball season, you know? Let's see here, though. We've got Taj. Let's go to Taj. Total opened 8. That's not high. It's down to 7.5. Rays minus 150 on the road. Money's coming in on the A's. Who's pitching for the A's? Oh, Joe Boyle. He's a righty with a 7.39 ERA. I guess the Rays offense is waking up. Ask me if I give a fuck, DJ. I guess you don't, do you? I guess you fucking don't. Okay, let's give me a second here. Taj has not been good. I don't know who Joe Boyle is. Who is Joe Boyle? First 500 in A's, both pitchers off of bad starts, yeah? Well, Joe Boyle's just not good. 7 hits, 4 runs is not great. But I mean, he's just not good. That's actually that's not even that bad of a start for him. He's had 7 earned runs twice. 7 hits is a lot, though. Huh. 3 walks. This guy walks a lot. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Taj is also out for blood, you would think, right? Has he played against Oakland yet this year? Have they seen him? I don't know. I mean, last time he played in St. Louis, that wasn't great. Let's see. He's 1 for 3, 1 for 2. I mean, I don't love that. It's the lefties that fuck Taj up. That's the problem. Yeah, I don't know that it's Taj Day, guys. I'm not really sold on the Taj Day. If you guys want to do it, that's fine. $6.5 feels like the right number. 5.5 for Joe Boyle. Jesus. I guess he has gone over that, so it's not that crazy. I don't know. He's a righty. Does Brandon Lau just stay hot? Fucking Rays. Haven't seen him before. Damn it. I think the Rays offense might stay hot. 5, 6, 8 against Nelson Gallen and Merrill Kelly. The Rays got to get these wins, though. They have to get these wins. That was a big series. 62 and 61. They're above 500. They've been 500 all fucking year. Bro, cut the shit. How many Ks he's getting? I don't know. I wouldn't target Tosh today. I'd probably target Brandon Lau or Josh. Brandon or Josh. Let's see. Hold on. What's Josh been up to? Josh has been hitting 1 for 4, 1 for 4, 2 for 4 in the series. One double, one triple. Brandon Lau in the series had 2 for 4, 2 for 4, 1 for 4, and 2 home runs. I say the lefties stay hot, man. Brandon Lau or Josh. Anybody look suspicious? All right. I don't think I'm going to get involved with the White Sox this late in the season, so they can get fucked. I think this is what I like. I don't know what I like in Boston and Houston. That's tough for me. I feel like Boston is pesky. You know, Boston's pesky and they know Kikuchi. Kikuchi's strikeouts 7.5 under -150. Like, don't you kind of want that? Hook has better odds to record a win than Kikuchi does, but the Astros are -130. Is that weird? You tell me. I don't know. I'm not saying it is. I'm just curious. Hook is +165. Boston is tough to fade. I get it. Yeah, I don't like fading Boston. I don't like fading them at all. So, I don't know. I don't love the board today. Seth Lugo with a total at 9 seems interesting, but I don't know. Kansas City is a hitter's park. Fulmer stinks, but that total looks a little high. I know we didn't really spend too much time on it, but 9 with Lugo. Got 3 ERA. Oh, he's coming off of a pretty shitty start. Oh, Lugo's got to come back down to earth big time. I guess you should have known that was going to happen. All right. I think it's the Blue Jays. I think it's the Red Sox. I think it's the over in Kansas City. I wouldn't mind taking a shot on the Twins, but I'd probably rather just go under Michael King K's. Easiest bet on the board today. It's the Stros today, Kikuchi. Yeah. Aren't the Red Sox are just pretty familiar with Kikuchi? I don't know. Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe it is. I like one of the lefties on the race to stay hot against this righty, Joey Boyle. That's what I think. And that's pretty much it. The Woo pitches against Gavestone in LA. All right, guys, I got to shut it down. I'm gassed. I got to go. Actually, I got to go fucking work now. I got to go work. Okay. Where should I send you over to Trevor May? I am Trevor May. Send you over to fucking Trevor May. Good stuff. Love talking football. Can't wait. It's close. It is close. Here we go. 2-hour stream. Yeah. Ooh, man, I'm pooped. All right, Raid. Raid. I am Trevor May. All right, let's see if that works. That work? Yep. All right. Join the raid. Go say what up to Trevor. Have a great day. I'll see you tonight, 6 o'clock. Spaces. All right. I got to shut it down and fucking get some energy for that. Take it easy. Peace.